tier
A
1.
little bit attack
I
sided.
think he's been a little bit underwhelming at times. So
BBL on
I
defense,
wanna see what Tuck can
Gentlemate's on
offer here.
attack. It can. Like, you can put a pretty good score up on defense if you get the op out early, in my opinion.
Continue moving through this map
Because he's always lurking.
Yeah, he was playing the extremities.
Double kill trip over towards A with a camera for retake as well. But then you play a Cypher close. Oh, it's a Cypher camera that spots over.
Opening duels on the last map. There were 26 rounds. That's more than half of the rounds.
He
was the guy taking the first. It was half and half, 7-7. And
Okay, set C split into this
A lot
one.
of that was the openings on the attack side where he lost. I think he was 2 and 6.
Let's see if he's
coming out
having a
of that,
really
so
good
much
game. He's
better
got the
defensive
Sheriff
side
here, but he
showing
might
from him.
just get
A chance
overwhelmed
to
with
get
util.
another opening duel on the board, win or lose.
Wait,
It's up to you.
how does his recon not
and,
scan him?
Well, it's not an opening, but he gets the pick anyways. A close fight for Profec, but Mini's managed to get the better of him, and Levin doesn't last long in the smoke.
Solid work.
God, I thought he might get loads there.
BBL versus
Did he
Liquid.
really miss that recon?
Did incredibly well on the defense. A lot of it revolved around aggression, and more so having those retakes in their favor somehow. But this one's actually going very well. Through the smoke, they've managed to pick off 2. Zipan already tagged at least a little bit, and I don't know if they will have seen him already. Kana has retrieved that upgraded
Gentlemates,
pistol,
you guys
but
need to play
so much more
together.
to be found.
Holy
Tries to
hell,
be
why is
calm,
no one playing
but
together?
unfortunately
Just
for
someone
him,
commit to a
it's
swing.
Magnum to take home what
That's
is
a
now the
crazy
third of
2v4
3
to win.
pistols, and I'll be honest, that one is the one mate should be most disappointed with.
Yeah,
Oh,
it felt
yeah,
like
that
they
was
had
atrocious.
That one really very much figured out.
Why is everyone
You look at
jiggle
the side, it's
peeking?
up on a 2v4.
Someone commit.
They've got a little bit of damage dealt out in the other direction, but the fact that Levin, yeah, he gets one, but Mini
Okay,
with the
recon, no one
double
shoots the
openings.
recon.
In fact, he's able
This
to
guy's
take it up
dueling on
close
his
in
own.
the smoke.
Oh my.
Then BBL walk back in and make it look easy.
Yeah, he's absolutely giving it.
Well, I think we need to
That's
get
so
a better,
good.
much more aggressive compressor on Yumpy's.
Yeah, I was about to
Oh my
He
goodness.
is peaking, but maybe he'll do that in the server as well. Had a good map last time, and the energy
Hey,
starting off high.
You turn it up that high, his teammates won't be able to hear him when he talks.
That's true. Well, I think he mostly screams.
Go to this round,
A lot of pistols, a lot of opportunities
Hold up,
for mates
Yumpy,
as
you
well,
might have
and they
screamed
pick
a
up
bit
2
too
of those
early.
duels. Sight is
got
theirs,
some
and
guns to
recovering the
pick up.
pistols, recovering the rifles in the other way of the Spectre that's in play. A little bit more difficult, but they get there eventually. The rest of the BBL players too far away to deny, and so a post plant, a weapon recovered, and a chance
got
as
it
they
covered.
get aggressive, but straight into
Oh
waiting
boy, and
arms
they
of
give him a
Yumpy.
chance to shout again.
If he was loud before, I think I just heard him get a little bit louder.
Oh god,
again.
he's actually just giving it every round.
My headphones, because I'm gonna hear him over my own thoughts soon.
He is firing up.
You know what? I think it's exactly what they need. We saw it towards the end of the last game. Levin being able to win that clutch, and I'll just mute myself before Yumpy does it for me. Yeah, no.
Big bump.
No, come on, there's got to be a second one. Oh no, it was too
Nothing?
loud to
Yeah.
play.
Hear him through the only way he doesn't peak is if it's in someone else's mic. That's wonderful.
This goes here.
Sure, the bonus is
Poor
okay.
Levin sitting right beside him. They
Bonus is
pump white
definitely
noise in
okay.
those
Who's gonna ult
headsets, but
first?
when
Maybe
Yumpy
sociable?
stands up, I'm not sure it
Yumpy
helps.
that.
Goodness gracious, Tom. Relax. A 2-0 start for BBL, and the buy here is decent. They've got 2
Ooh,
sheriffs.
he
The
wanted
rest
to
of the
let it go
squad
and not shoot
packing
it and take a
punch on
timing.
Levin and Sociable.
I like
a
that.
Spectre for Magnum. Mates still need to be careful, and it looks like BBL are taking the fight to them. The biggest weapon they've got, the Guardian.
Does he
right
tuck
down the
in
bottom of
or
mid already. A stun lined
camera
up off
contact,
to the
stun,
cam.
swing,
I love this.
and
It's
everyone else
beautiful
is
to start with,
watching
but the stun doesn't ever get
window?
fired out. It's a little late.
It's kind of nice. Little punish
Still
over towards
an early
middle on
trade.
the bonus.
You might think with the gun being dropped, it's not the best, but in these sort of scenarios, just whittling away at your opponents can do quite a lot. A chance for
Ooh,
Social.
now it
He's
gets
gonna win
really
that
weird.
fight. Now that's actually the lurk.
In reaction to losing A, do they push middle? Wait, recon goes super early. They want to fast flood when there's only one person here? I'm not sure about that one. I don't know about that. What's he done there? He got overhyped from getting the kill.
Dropout's dangerous. There's so many players here, and Mini does well to look up above, taking down Yumpy.
Hey, look at the HPs.
Easy
Imagine
fight,
if they
some
like
players
actually
dropping.
relaxed a
Profec
little bit.
Left with it all to do. Look at the HP. They're all so desperately low, but
Well,
coming in from that angle, It's always difficult.
I feel like BBL kind of messed up at the 4v3 there.
Less than 80 HP between them, but
they should have chilled for sure.
Rifles and they win the round.
Save the recon. Even use the recon for middle to go get the
definite opportunities.
Gun.
I think again, I want to talk about Sociable, just wanting almost to be the hero in this round. And I think just overplaying when you already have an advantage.
Nice. Alright, let's go.
Wasn't
the
best move. Seeing if they can now convert back already. Gambling maybe that there'll be some light shields into this round.
What ult are we going for?
The sniper in this scenario.
Yeah, everyone has heavy armor.
Apart from heavy shields for the opposing side, so there's only one that will be dead to that first bullet. He's open to some more swinging, but
he did hit.
They're being careful with the drone.
TP is not going to be committed on the back of the site. That's a good thing. There were many players ready and
well, they did it. They held over towards C. They got the Omenal out of them. They got the drone out of them. They got a recon out of them. It's actually a really big win. That is insanely bold. But
to work around Levin with no look, trying to pick them off on the outlaw, or even deal that damage. Click down to 48.
Bro is incredibly confident. I mean, no matter what, if he gets a kill, he probably gets traded just because of the door being broken.
Mini, Click, and Zipan actually. It's only Kamek and Kata that can take a blast.
But this pause from mates doesn't really give the game away. In fact, it baits them into thinking that they're going in the other direction. I think also
it's the same setup for the pistol.
There we go. We'll give them all that they need. Can Magnum actually get this pick off? No. The bullet's completely missing. Eventually gets the job done.
Oh, they're going to speed up over towards B. How does
this is the moment to move.
How do these two react? Someone's got to be pushing mid right now.
But with the aftershock going in and Levin still holding that backline, there's nowhere for them to go.
Spike planted.
Plan secured, but yeah, like you said, fully boxed in. They've chosen the better of the three options, moving towards just one player. Just Levin. Profek taking some control. That's going to force the movement on the other side. Kamek manages to take him down without a lick of damage, but he's got 4 more coming his way. Try as he might, the shots aren't landing. The big swing
it's looking
coming.
Nice from BBL.
All of BBL run into that angle.
It's looking nice from them here.
And an immediate response on the round win for
this setup with the camera is really nice.
Played that one very well.
And they've been waiting a long time to get the get a kill from the trips over towards A. Also,
the setup meant nothing because the player when he swung wasn't stunned anymore. But then the quick reaction, having that aftershock late into the round for Yumpy to deny the plant, having the cross held by Levin, so someone is forced into that angle eventually. You can't just deny all of that extra space. And then the rest is just about playing
flash from Kata. Yeah, I thought he was going to reposition after he did it from up here.
When it comes to retakes, well, it's been 3 plants, and it has been 3 retakes of the rounds that they've won.
Honestly, I thought they were both going to take map
control. This now puts them in a position financially where
he wanted to duel out.
They are not in the best position.
Oh my!
Fury actually could be utilized by Sociable.
Oh god, dude! Nearly got another as well.
Dead as well. 1 player picked off, and 1 mortally wounded.
The BBL are doing an incredible job of shutting down C, and it looks like Gentlemates' game plan at the beginning was to try abuse C, and it has not worked at all.
This time, damage undeniable, making that little bit easier up against the weaker investment, and with the rifle down, the easy follow-up, Levin has secured this round. A little bit of help from his friends. It's an in-zone flawless.
Well, the rounds have been relatively close.
Remember on the last map, over on Lotus,
apart from this one, so the money's now great.
Beginning on their attack side. They built up a lot of rounds, but Gentlemates were able to sweep their way right back into things. It was wasn't it 7-5 by the end of the half after a 7-2 beginning? So there's no room to take your foot off the gas. And coming into the bye round from Gentlemates, they've called a timeout.
Yeah, I think a lot of it did turn with a pause as well, to giving an opportunity for the coaching staff to sort of talk things through with the team. I think that, again, they're sort of struggling with the same sort of aggression they had to deal with on the previous map. It's when you play into these 3-site maps, there's a lot of ground that can be pressured. And I think Levin is the main culprit of willing to sort of take that control away. And it also seems like they're super comfortable with just leaving Magnum to, at least on this map, hold down an awful lot of ground.
Well, he gets a lot of outlaw kills.
Basically just having Yumpy as backup to sort of set up a stun wherever he needs it. I think this is where I've actually
you gotta have someone to
most of Yumpy becoming an IGL is when he's on a breach. Because I think with the breach, he can literally just react off the calls of his teammates. I just go, okay, you are getting pressured here. I'm going to put this stun through. I'm going to put this flash through. I'm going to have the aftershock for delay. He can still almost direct the round from positions where he's not that guy who dashes in with a shotgun anymore.
We see that a lot. Think back
It's
to
funny because
Ballsy as well. He has good performances
Gentlemates
throughout the
kind
season.
of want to
Put him
get the
on a
orb
breach.
over towards
It's not
C,
just
but
a
they've been
different game
shut
for the
down
team,
so
but also
many
for him
times
individually as well.
in this
And we
like
saw that
area
I'll give
that
Deadlock credit
His
as well.
they
his
don't
deadlock,
go
I
for
think,
it.
is one that you have to look a little closer
BBL
at
have
the
been waiting
impact it's having
multiple
round on
rounds
round,
to try
but
get
the breach is, it's
any kind of
obvious even
value
to
off
the
of this
layman.
double trip, and
For
this might be the
Gentlemates,
round. We'll see.
decent
you like
investment.
Oh, dude, they did A
That's why
pressure
I
insta
noticed.
recon goes in, doesn't see anyone. And now they can just leave A with the trip camera spot.
He's the guy going first to take that duel, and yeah, Yumpy, breach,
going around the world.
support, the guy that's going to be usually not
He's
taking
messing
the
up his
opening
heat
duels, and he thought he was Levin this round.
He forgot for a second. Had a flashback to running in with a judge on Jet. Glad we're not back
Okay,
in those days.
a little bit of pressure for Gentlemates over towards mid. Still nothing in garage yet, and they want to go back over towards
either an
A.
orb or a kill.
Finally, they get something off the
He's on
double
pistol,
trip.
Blade
So
Storm is
second
one
trip
away.
should get them a kill.
You can
That's
expect
the
to see him
theory.
dash into the angle, and they've claimed full control of Long, but it has been very passive. Most teams will battle tooth and nail to try and get control of A main.
I'm
and
looking at
deny that
Sociable
portion
as
of the
well.
map.
Sociable is going to be able to
BBL have not been doing
rotate
that.
in
They've
time,
left the
has
cypher
recon
setup. They
also.
sit
The
pretty.
great shot.
That's the spike, by the way.
Yeah, that's the info
The
for
great
sure. Full
flash
commitment
as well.
from Mate seems to follow that spike right into the A side.
Dude, Omen flash for Omen flash. Yeah, Magnum got a second go at it with the ult, and that's an easy double.
Not working out with Sociable on the other side.
Dude, they've been waiting a long time for this setup, and it finally pays off. Ross as well. Ross 8703 with the prime. Thank you so much. Thank you for that.
On their own map pick, they're starting 5-1 down.
Now what? Now it's been discovered. Do they put the Cypher over towards C, or do they just keep playing like this until they lose?
Utilized since the dawn of time. I don't think it could really be that surprising, and especially going alone with the spike. I think he fired out a shock dart somewhere in there, maybe looking for a deep trip that's been placed, but
yeah, Cypher over towards C.
And then the team has to react because there's going to be the full rotation.
Yeah, I like this from BBL. They just do so much different stuff. It's been nice. Full pass and aggro though against the eco, this can definitely go wrong. I would much prefer this the round after.
All around him, and he will be dropped in the end. And the shock dart trade out. Yumpy up close. They know where he is, but they found out anyways. A double from behind, and the round back in BBL's hands again. Magnum coming in to save the day as Kamek falls, and Zipan has it all to do. For a moment, a brief moment, it looked like Levin going down, and the kills that could follow may just have turned the tide back into Mate's favor on a low buy. Instead, well, it looks like Mates will get a plant on Zipan, a post-plant Hunter's Fury as well.
Okay, off the trip, does Yumpy take the orb?
41 HP, Tom.
Nah.
It's not looking very likely that he can take down Yumpy, Sociable, and Magnum. Oh, and he's even
Dude, it's just non-stop. They're getting so much info as well, off the cage to sounds.
Hunter's Fury is nice.
Look how nice this is right now from Magnum.
Player alive, it's going to be very difficult to isolate. Looking to wrap on him all together.
It's so nice from him. It's great.
Kill of his entire
Dude, the Cypher
career.
stuff looks really good.
I'd say
It looks horrible to play against from Gentlemates.
Was a bit more audacious than I would have liked. This is an eco. Just running at their
Like, so now what do they do with the Cypher? Do they do like kill trips on C, and then fight B, or they could go back to their A setup now?
Basically farm opponents if put into the right positions. He's going to do some batshit crazy stuff.
Yeah, I feel like Magnum's really... Either Magnum or the Caller's really on it at the moment. What do you do, kill trips on C?
6-1 lead. We haven't really seen much from Mates, if I'm honest, since the pistol round. That was probably the one
now he does kill
slipped
trips.
away from them.
The nightmare to play against.
Waiting to see if this jet was really worthwhile.
I'm really enjoying Yumpy on a breach. Oh my goodness. Well, Levin doing his best Yumpy impression. He's gone across.
Would have been 2 for 1 if the Click didn't get that kill.
It could have been. But what could have been for Mates, they'll be thankful that it isn't. A 5 versus 4, Levin in the dirt already.
There is no way he should be winning that. There's no way this should be a 3v4 now.
They've been pushed on both extremities and lost the fight on each side.
Still going.
Relax.
I think this is just become
Look at Magnum, bro. He's having an absolute map.
Of TDM at the moment. Just everybody.
Why is
pressuring
Yampy
across
pushing
the
with
map.
him?
You've
He's
got
got
player
breach
in
ult.
spawn in the form of Magnum. You've got deep control as well.
What's Yampy doing?
They don't even really need to play this aggressively either, because they have Rolling Thunder available for a retake if they need it. I wonder if there's just going to be an attempt to try and find a pick-off contact for Sociable, or if he's literally just looking to hold on the ground.
The shocks,
Especially with that
the
Hunter's Fury
recon,
just went away. Good chance.
everything here.
He
Magnum's
finds
very
one that this
fast on
round
the
is
flank.
already done.
Oh, no.
But it's the flank from Magnum. They're not
Incredible
even looking.
timing.
And they turn to see him at just the last moment.
Oh, yeah, I'm not sure about that one.
Being played like
Last
a fiddle.
bullet randomly
It's
hit.
only one left. It's Click, and he is boxed in on another level.
Okay.
One found, 20 seconds. Spike needs to
They're
be
gonna get that
planted.
spike though.
Or all of these players need to be dropped, and Profek, patient as always. He spotted him running up the ramp.
Very, very
They'll take him
nice.
down
Man, they
from
look great
behind.
though.
7
This map looks really good for them.
to 1. Channel mates, they are 1 foot in the grave right now, considering this is elimination on the line, and it's BBL shoveling the dirt in on top.
Getting flashbacks to their 18-16 defeat to Foot, where they had a really close map. They had a huge comeback. They looked fantastic all up until the point where they lost. They go into the next map and they get battered. And it was just a game where it really seemed like they looked very, very good until that sort of long match, and then they just, what, 13-4, they got destroyed. So I am starting to get very nervous that's a repeat of things. A map where they could have won it on their opponent's choice, they go into their own choice.
This might be their best map.
and
Yeah,
they're
they look good
7-1
at
down.
it. Look really good at it.
Timeout.
But they, chat, they use that same
how many we've got left. It is just
they use that
one.
same camera
The
A
last
setup,
one
right?
for
Like a
Gentleman's
lot.
called.
I think they
Here
were
and
the
now,
team in
BBL
EMEA
still
using it. The
sitting
one on A.
pretty with 2 to fall back on. You look back at the
Shuma with
previous
the tier
map,
1.
it was
Thank
the
you so much to the
same
8 months. Thank you,
scenario.
thank you.
7-2 was the score that they were looking at when BBL
That's
pushed up to this
non-prime.
point.
Thank
But
you so
that's
much for that,
where
dude. I appreciate
Gentlemates
that.
put their foot down. They said no more.
Thank you for the support,
This time
Shuma.
out looking to do exactly the same. They come in, the possibility of a decent investment. A Hunter's Fury online for them as well. That's great, Tom. But then you look at the ults on the other side. It's going to be very obvious when we get back to the in-game
Yeah.
HUD.
What
A lot
Cypher
of
setup do you
glowing
do now?
orbs over there.
We've been
BBL have
focusing on
no
the whole
shortage of
time.
options.
We get a double outlaw.
double
They got so
outlaw
much money that they can have
investment
backup
from the
outlaws.
defensive side.
Yeah, they
they
go
had my
back to the
curiosity.
trip camera
They've got
setup,
so much in
and then
terms of
try
credits.
outlaw
Going into the next round, they'll
C
have
and
a
from
full buy
B.
and the next round, and maybe even the next round after that. So they're just throwing these in to be disruptive.
Yeah, they
Gambling that
definitely
their
have
opponents
guns
might have light shields,
somewhere
which,
around here
well,
for
They
retake.
are 80% correct. It's only Click that has the heavy shield.
Oops.
So this is basically a 2-shot operator.
Oh, he might get
It's a
too
really
greedy
nice
here.
investment. And Levin, well, he can fall back onto his Blade Storm if he needs to. Both shots fired out, but he gets aggressive, hoping that could be their trigger point. Hunter's Fury, it's good.
Hey, how's this guy
again.
locking onto
He
him? Oh
keeps
my
doing
goodness, is
this.
he cheating?
How?
What's going on here?
The blind Hunter's
What's he
Furies, and they keep hitting the mark.
He's
Zip back
insta
down
just
to
locking
half,
onto everyone with
45
every
HP,
single ult.
No shields. And then that's going to make it so much
Click
more
got hit.
difficult for anyone else. Click down to 48 as well. And that blind might have landed, but while they're looking forward, it's the player behind them they should be worried about. Blade Storm for the double, rolling thunder.
They're getting so owned,
Got them
bro.
the end zone
It's not even
flawless,
fair at
and
this point.
8-1 on the board. Keep in mind, mates call a
Well,
timeout.
there goes
They
their
planned
big
that
buy
round out
after the
meticulously,
timeout.
And to get blind Hunters Fury, the only thing you could say is, well, at least they wasted a lot of their ults, Tom.
Yeah, I don't think they care. Like, this was just a moment of the Hunter's Fury. That's twice now, where that Hunter's Fury is not completely blind. It's off Levin's contact. It's basically Levin sees players and goes,
Chemayuki, oh
they're
no,
right
not this
there.
again.
And then
Chemayuki,
Sociable
thank
also
you
puts
so
a
much with the
blind
7.
blast in a
This
completely
is 7
different
gifted.
direction.
I
It hits
appreciate you
Zipan,
doing that.
who might be the most cursed
Thank you,
player in
thank you,
the universe
Chemayuki.
right
Chat, you know
now.
what to do?
But
Let's
the
get this
rolling
like oiler
thunder
spam going
just
in.
to push them into Levin, just allow him to
And
farm
there's
up
the 1.
those
Thank you
extra
for that.
kills.
Chemayuki, appreciate the 7.
Doesn't
Appreciate
get
the
much
1
better than that.
gifted.
It's completely reset the
thank you.
economy of mates as well. They are sat down with just pistols once
Done,
again.
and then you-
That's why they did it.
Yep.
It's
New
not
death.
just the 1 round, but this is the potential for them
Meta,
to get
thank you so much,
9
Chemayuki.
on their
Thank you, thank you.
defensive
Anyone that
half.
got gifted, make sure you at
Economy trade
Chemayuki
off
say
for the
thank you
round
also.
win for the economy advantage as well. Yampy getting one with
Yampy gets him
utility.
while he's droning.
Mates yet to land a shot.
Okay.
There's 2 though. Now
This is their best chance.
It seems like they're in a little bit of trouble. Yampy able to land 1, but caught out. And a 2 versus 3 that they're left in. BBL facing their first real struggle. The retake onto this site. No real impactful utility to help them. And with Profek in his shadow form, no chance of a trade on Magnum. A 1v3 needed. And keep in mind, like we said, Mates had a resurgence towards the end of the first half of Lotus. That got them the opportunity to at least push to OT.
Hey.
The same could be happening here.
Maybe a 4?
Yeah, a pay safe card, Thrifty.
It would have to be a 4.
Is what returns Mates to the board. You got to hope for their sake that that is the confidence builder. A round they never should have had, a round that ultimately, in comparison to many of the streak of BBL, was without guns, and they're able to get things over the line. Maybe a little bit overzealous from BBL, but that's been their whole game plan. Be disruptive, be aggressive, be in the face of their opponents. Sociable, by the way, 14-3.
Yep.
Has been having an absurd game. A few of those were even with his Hunter's Furies, players he couldn't see.
I mean, you see players tagged by a drone, and it can be hard to connect those kills, but doing it off minimap with this level of success is damn impressive for BBL. They've hit a roadblock. Mates put up a round. 8-4 still possible. The Gentlemates side, that they can aim for nothing less at this point.
Okay, no one wants to get tagged from this because obviously Sovo.
Reading into it as a weakness, leaving Mini to lurk the rest of the map with the trap behind. They keep the map control. And like we said, this is somewhere that we can see because of the comp. They're not running in one direction and leaving the rest of the map wide open. Mini's lurks alongside his utility. Give them these options to fall back into space that they're reasonably sure is still theirs late round. Shock Dart going through. We've seen this a lot.
Yeah, they know that they created pressure.
And take some of that security out of the minds of BBL, as they can easily lose the B site to a walk-up now. Playing heavier on the A side.
Timing like on this one. Oh, it's good info though.
But unfortunately, Tom, that
it's
heavy
great
A site
info, so a good amount here. Perfect Omen Flash. Let's see. Omen Flash is good on the attack.
Levin's going to try and sit within the corner. He's managed to dodge them, managed to get behind, but it's only going to be the one.
Wait, but now he Omen Flashes late? Oh, I think Perfect messed this up.
I don't know if they even realized that he's here. He's managed to
this is a really weird
sneak
round.
into this position, and if they try and walk forward, it could be a problem. Mini is waiting for, but that's a spike down again. A second time that it's been dropped.
Oh my goodness, no time, right?
That should be the round done. It just has to be sprinted for by Mini, and all the Sociable needs to do is just buy enough time to stun.
Incredible stun.
I don't even think he's got this.
No.
It's an incredible stun from Yumpy as well to stop it.
The jump there.
Dude, this was such a weird round. Everyone played their situation insanely odd.
Were going to be found no matter what. Yumpy hiding down in the sewers, playing the time, knowing that they could bring it across the line, and being starved.
Like this was all good. Then it got weird as hell.
Way to lose a round, especially now 9-2 down. This was Mates' chance to fight their way back in.
Sociable is fragging so heavy.
Buried that little bit deeper elimination in the back of their minds, and slowly coming to reality in front of them. BBL looks set to not just qualify themselves, but bring Foot and KC with them. Just a few rounds in between them.
Before we had
left in the half.
Before we had antied the lineup there.
Sigh of
Wait, I'm
relief.
pretty sure Gentlemates do their recon short and their shock middle where you can get spammed. Not a good sign. Crypt CS, thank you so much, Crypt. Appreciate the prime. Thank you for the 18 months.
Having that Turkish derby at the end, he didn't want to leave it
This
all
guy's
down
dead.
to that. Even
Surely he's dead.
We've seen this squad fight back, Click with a solid pick, but already the opener going in the other direction, the right Click. Not so forgiving at times. Kamik has done well. A quiet performance from him so far. An uncharacteristic one on a map that's been his favorite, but maybe this could be his round. Even still, though.
Oh,
it's gonna get
really good.
Sociable is just on fire right now.
Recon does a revocata.
His utility, his ult says shock darts through the wall. He's grabbing
Dude, he doesn't win that either. Oh my goodness, BBL absolutely wrecked them here. Absolutely wrecked them. Naughty, thanks so much, dude, for the bits. Appreciate that. 245. Favorite shape, mate. I've never really thought about it.
BBL inches away from qualification.
Yeah, it was a fantastic half of play from them.
Favorite shape, like a hexagon's kind of nice, I guess.
That qualification for
People
them
have
and their
favorite
buddies,
shapes.
Still another half to go. Mates need to break
Never something I put much thought into, to be honest with you. Okay. But dude, looks like a 2-0. Gotta be. I don't even think Gentlemates look well. They haven't taken much garage pressure. They don't actually create enough pressure around the map. Really, for what they're doing is like they're big fault at the moment. But if we're just focusing on Gentlemates, like their Cypher stuff's been awesome. Like their setups have been really good. This was a plat chat guarantee. Yeah, we all went for Gentlemates like morons. But BBL did a really good thing with their map pick, because they had permaban of Lotus and they were gonna lose Icebox. So this week they full focused on the Lotus. That's awesome. $50-50? I don't think so. I think we all went for it. I think it was one of those, like the 100 fees were like, what are we doing?
Have 2 rounds on the board dotted throughout that first half. We saw them come back on the previous map, but it happened before the end of the first half, and BBL were not this close to closing it out, moving into the attack.
Oh, really?
Just
oh, okay. Well, then I don't feel too bad then.
The hope for Mates seems to be running thin. But
we've both went for BBL. Oh, okay. Then we're still fine.
Lines, not by much. And with elimination on the line, who knows if Mates can find that extra motivation to dig deep.
They're unlucky. They've come into a day where Sociable is in God mode. And I think we've seen him, in terms of peak, have some of the highest peak of anyone in the league. If he kept it up consistently, we might be talking about him as the best player in the world. It just doesn't happen every map. But he has been truly unbelievable. Now, well, it seems like
shape tier list. Yeah, that's when you know we've run out of content ideas.
Even from a 2 versus 4 in the last. Already seeing a multitude. That's 11 gone. Not a bad start, but the trades are coming back thick and fast. 3-3. Rotation coming in for support, but Mini's taken a lot of damage. Zipan's done well. His 2nd kill, I believe, in the map so far. Really rough series for him so far, but still a chance to wake up.
Mates have come back,
they got a free site.
B site, but
Camera, trip.
Be looking to take this elsewhere. A trap and a cam in their way. But Mates haven't got the read on time. Pacing here for BBL might get them a plant. I don't see a stun online for Kamek.
Magnum decided to not shoot it.
He's made a mistake.
It's a good amount of damage, 25 and 10.
The one being delivering, he's got a shock dart and you're low. Run the hell away. His utility is hit every single time, but look at this. He's not content to just play that position. He could have planted, but instead he goes pushing deep into the spawn and realizes they've gone running. They've taken this elsewhere, and I think he'll put 2 and 2 together and realize they're
no way, he's going to go A. Dude, he's miles away. That's so far away. You can't get any further away right now. And he has a shock dart and a low HP and a recon.
Combined
he could right-click, kill them both.
Exactly.
Oh, and he's got it spot on where they're going. I don't know if he will have heard any steps, but getting into this close corner.
Oh boy.
So much more awkward. If they don't clear this, he's dead for sure. Mini, round the corner he goes, a chance for him.
Dude, their pistol rounds, by the way, is a 4v2 and a 3v4, a 3v2. They lost them both on pistols.
They were unlucky facing this squad
when
Sociable's on God mode, and it's not changed coming into the second half.
Absolutely brutal.
21 and 4 at the moment. When you add Magnum and Yumpy on a tear together,
Magnum, yeah, Magnum went. Dude, I still think Magnum must have break that trip for his teammate over.
That is a hell of a statement from this man. You talk about young Turkish duelist. Well, he's one of those things. But he's certainly a strong duelist indeed. Oh, for Mates, that's 1 foot in the grave, and they've just put the second.
They gambled right with this one. It looks like they can just call their team back.
Closed. Their playoffs dreams fading to nothingness.
Oh, hello. I think if you told
the fake went a little bit too well.
Start of the season that
we can see they're walking over towards A. Yumpy just needs to get out of there. They did give them a stinger, but
I'd say
they got a free sight and they didn't have to use any util really.
No, it really is a ridiculous performance. Someone that I think was maybe a bit of a gamble for BBL to bring in, but someone who has been delivering when they need him the most. A post plant. Of course, they've gone heavier on the rifles. The conversion here is more important than economy or anything else.
Smoke.
Oh, for Mates, this is a full investment. This is not an eco. This is not a save. This is everything they've got.
Yeah, they can't afford to allow 12 on the board, but on the retake, they meet Sociable again. The fight not going their way as he picks them off one
Holy
by one.
man, okay, 10
And a
chances.
three-piece Sociable. He's not taking his foot off the
It looks
gas.
so
It's
easy for them
pedal to
right
the
now.
metal.
They're really
And
good at this map, though. You gotta give them that.
One of the next
Damn, Yabi's
10
been gymming.
rounds will be
Respect.
enough to end Gentlemate's
Guy
dreams
flexing.
of playoffs. And what a way to do it, Tom. You'd think, looking at the scores of these maps, that Lotus was Mate's pick. A map that BBL don't play at all. But they come into Haven. Mates think they can bounce back. Oh my goodness. I think we're using the crowd mics to pick up.
Yeah, we're not using his mic anymore
Because
because it's just peeking all the time.
Nobody wants to get Def and Click getting
Oh.
aggressive, and he's met
Oh
with
boy.
Levin. He tried to go toe-to-toe with the Turkish Jet, and unfortunately, that has not gone his way.
Dude, as soon as they
The
saw
players
the,
within the
as soon as
site,
they
I'll be
saw the
honest,
smoke,
there's no better way to put it.
he
They are having a howler.
insta recon it.
Has been wrecked. Guess
Oh,
what?
dude,
He's
he nearly
been
locked
caught.
into this guy as
Is
well.
gone as
This
well.
guy, Sociable's
And for Mini
ults have
and
been
Cannon,
unbelievable.
A 2v5 retake with weak weaponry.
Nice shot.
I
Wait,
don't
Stinger?
know how Mini's won that kill from there, but it's at least the smallest bit of hope.
Mates have got to be
been a
traumatized by that Hunter's Fury. Every time you hear it, there's bodies on the floor. And another put to
God, they
bed by
absolutely
Sociable.
own
That's it.
them. They got a
13 to
nice
2.
Haven. I still don't think the Lotus is good. I would still be
Dominant
tempted to like
conclusion
pick
from
the Lotus
BBL.
against
They
them,
come
but
in
my
and cause
goodness,
chaos,
they got a nice
making
Haven.
This series their kingdom in the promised land of
fast one,
playoffs,
31 minutes.
Where they're heading for Mates. That's elimination.
Okay,
Bitter
Gentlemate's
as it
done.
tastes, they'll wait for the next stage while KC and Foot celebrate in the